What's up, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Connor. I am Connor. Before we get started, I do just want to give a massive thank you to new subscribers this week. We have Lloyd, Anthony, and Kiki. Kiki is actually a crypto tuber as well. Link to her information down below. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for watching these videos. All of you, you all are amazing. All right, so let's just get into it this week because the massive news this week obviously was Segwit, but I am going to be talking about two other things in this video as it is a Friday roundup, excuse my French. All right, so today, let me just do a little transition really quick. Smaller Connor. All right, so today we are going to be talking about Segwit2x, dead or is it? We are going to be talking about how you should just buy the dip. There's always a dip. Everything is a dip. And also, we should talk about, of course, how altcoins are up. Now, should have held those tokens, as it says, right over there. Boom. We should always thank Jennifer Lawrence. Thank you so much for blessing this video. You are great as well. All right, so let's get into this. Boom. Segwit2x, is it over? Let me just do a little transition, just really super quick. Transition. All right, so as you can see, my boy Jerry up there is dancing with one of his good friends, the little bird. I think it's a duck. Don't quote me on that. But basically, 2x was just honestly a bad idea. And then what happened is my dude Mike Belshe, I think is how you pronounce it, said, nah, we're not doing this anymore. CEO of BitGo. All right, so I really do just want to kind of harp on the fact for a second that this was us. This was you and I who made this possible. All the tweets, all the messages on Reddit, all the message boards, everybody's saying, hey, we're not doing this. This is not a good idea. We should stop this system. And it worked. So it's been suspended indefinitely. Will it come back? Maybe. I don't know. This is the original message from Mike Belshe, right? But then this freaking happened. We are carrying out the fork regardless as everything is set in motion. Backing down the difficulty right now is a strategy. Wondering where the 30% of hash rate disappeared to? It's ours, the miners. That will continue what is set in motion. A handful of humans cannot stop what they have no control over. This was sent from a spaceship. Fake news in my opinion. So Segwit is done. This is sick. Good job, everybody. Link some more stories and more information about all of that down below. Some great crypto tubers were actually talking about this. So happy this actually happened. Way to go, all of you. Fuck yes. Fuck you, Segwit2x. All right, boom. Buying the dip. All right, so I'm just going to bring over a chart really quick to show all of you homies that there's always a dip and you should always be buying, right? This right here is when I got into crypto this past May, June, right? When it popped up to 2000 and everyone was freaking out. Boom, dipped down to 1900. That was a dip. Bought in more. Good call on my part. Should have bought more. Different story for another time. And then boom, hopped up to 2800. Dipped down. That is a dip. Buy in at the dip. Boom. Right here, 28 again. Dip. Dip. Buy the dip. But even these little dips right here is what you really need to focus on, right? You will not always see this massive decrease. This huge percentage drop you will not always see, right? That's not what you should be waiting for. Because in the end, there's always a dip, right? Waiting for the big dip, like we saw with that Jamie Dimon dip, this one right here. Boom, that dip, that huge, massive decrease in price. That's not what you should be waiting for, all right? And as always, I'm not a financial advisor. Make your own decisions. But waiting for that big dip is not a good call, right? BTC has always gone up in the long term, right? I mean, right here. This is 10.15, right? Up, boom, crashed a little bit. Up, crash. But then right here, this past year especially has been an insane freaking bull market. and it just climbed. It just insanely climbed. And honestly, if it were to lose 50% of its value right now, what is that? It's at, let's say it's about 7,000. It would be down here to 35. And you know what that's higher than? All of pre-freaking 2017, May 2017. Amazing. Fucking amazing. So don't wait for that massive dip. Always just be ready to buy in when there is any sort of dip. 1%, 5%, 10%, 3.5%, freaking any percent. If there's a dip and you have the capital to put in, buy the dip. Transition. Just going into that bigger, more centered Connor. All right, so for this one, I just want to talk about how altcoins are up, and they are all laughing at us. Shoot a freaking hold those altcoins. But honestly, actually, where I sold is about where they are right now. So I know Litecoin isn't necessarily considered an altcoin anymore, but it isn't Bitcoin, so technically it is an altcoin, right? So Litecoin's all-time high was actually back in September, and then after, and like during this sort of Segwit2x drama, we saw a little dip, and it's back at 64 right now, and that's huge. So let's go over to my homie XMR. Boom. XM freaking R. During this, Monero was just, this was this big crash, like after everyone was like, oh, I gotta pull all my money out of the altcoins. But I sold about right here. I think it actually hit about 81, and now it's pretty much recovered. And then let's pop over to Zcash really quick. Zcash, right before everyone started selling off, was about 264, and then it just dipped down to about 200. Should have bought in. Zcash is a pretty solid project, but that's okay. Keeping my portfolio pretty much legitimized in the top three, the big three. And yeah, then it just got down to 200, but it's pretty, it's recovered, which is sick. So this is just kind of a lesson for me and for anyone else thinking about getting into altcoins. Just like BTC, buy the dip. All right, homies. That's all for me on this Friday. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, freaking throw your homie a subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell. And, and freaking like this video. Thanks so much for watching. This is Crypto Connor. I am Connor. Peace.